Hi guys. Well, going over to New York in let's say about 24 hours. So I figured I'd make one video before I head on to a couple days vacation. Figured, why not? I should actually be getting my hard drive today, and that is definitely thanks to one of you guys. Yep, one of you guys actually offered. I felt kind of like a dick, but hey. It's either, accept gratitude or wait until probably 2011, maybe? Not sure. Either way, thank you very much. That would be. I'm gonna put his name in here, the thing that you're looking at, solely because I don't remember his YouTube name, but I know his other name he goes by, and that is Yimpulse. Either way, big thank you to Yimpulse, as you are probably a very sexy individual in person, and you are indeed in heart. You are a good man. Or you were probably just drunk and you thought, hey, why not? Either way, awesomeness. As to the actual video itself, audio clip, as you could probably tell by now, this one is going to be pretty simple. I figured I might as well do it because it's been kind of on my mind recently, because I tend to think about things that happened in the past a lot. So this one is about weird things you did as a kid. I got 3 here. Alright? This is just so you guys can get to know me. Not me that plays games, but me. Myself as a person. You know? Alright. So. Okay, first one. When I was probably in, I'd say around 3rd grade. Alright, so me and my class, we were all outside the cafeteria. I don't know what we were doing. I think it was probably gym. But for some reason, we were outside the cafeteria lined against the wall. Maybe we were gonna be shot. I'm not sure. I don't know what was going on, to be honest, because I wasn't paying attention. Either way, we were outside the cafeteria. And by the cafeteria wall, there was this power outlet, and some other doodads and gizmos, looked like a thermostat or something, and I found on the ground a brick nail. Now here's where math comes in handy. What do you get when you take a brick nail, a power outlet, times the force of your palm slamming into the brick nail as it is wedged into the power outlet? You get a big explosion. I somehow caused a big spark explosion-y thingy on one of the doodads on the wall, and everyone freaked the fuck out, and no one knew what the fuck happened. I was like, holy shit, I'm a goddamn Magneto person. I'm not sure what happened, but I caused explosions. And no one knew it was me, because no one was paying attention, because I had a rather big class. So I got away with it, because they had no idea what the fuck happened. We all just ran away. It was so awesome, though, because I should never do it again. But still, just keep that in mind, children. Alright, the next one. I'd say this one was, I think this one was also 4th grade or 5th grade, tops. Alright, so, in 5th grade or 4th grade, I've a horrible memory in terms of what year things happened, there was a talent show. Yes, this talent show was for the school, and you would go into the cafeteria, and they would make like a stage out of the cafeteria, and everyone in the school, everyone, their parents who wanted to come, the old people who we don't know. I was in a private school, by the way, so there was a whole lot of, like, nun people and stuff. It's crazy, because they wear those hood things. Either way, I was like, hey, why not be in the talent show? I thought it was a great idea. I didn't know I'd have to actually have talent to be in it, but I thought, why not, you know? So, I entered the talent show. I went to, like, their little rehearsal thing, I think, once after school. I'm not sure. I guess we had some kind of rehearsal deal, but I didn't think rehearsing was required, because this is what my act was. My act was to wear a tuxedo, walk onto stage, and start randomly moving my body to the smash hit Backstreet's Back from Backstreet Boys. I indeed was a white boy dancing on stage alone in a tuxedo, moving around randomly. I had no actual routine to do anything like that. I just went with the flow. The jolly and goodness of this all was my oldest sister of 2 years was in the audience, as she was, I think, if I was in 4th, she would have been in like 6th grade. And, well, she was mighty a bit red in embarrassment. Indeed. But, here's the kicker. I got a standing ovation, and I ended up actually winning said talent show. Yes, just for being in a tuxedo and dancing the Backstreet Boys. Well, I was rather proud of myself. However, for the last 4 years of that school, as I left that school in 8th grade as it went up to 8th grade, I was known as the boy who danced the Backstreet Boys in a tuxedo. Well, you know, hey, why not? It's something to do, I guess. Either way. The last one. Alright. So, when I was a boy, I had this huge crush on a girl. We'll call her Christina. She has a last name, too. It's kind of a weird name, but I don't want to say it for privacy reasons. Either way, Christina. I had this huge crush on her because she was just so gosh darn cute. She was good as a button. I don't know why people say that, because buttons aren't exactly cute. They're just things you put on clothes. Anyway, Alright, I'll put it in this way. There was a dance, and this dance, again, wow, everything happened around the cafeteria when I was a kid. Holy shit. Okay, there was a dance in my school cafeteria at night time. There was some kind of cool music going on, some lights and whatnot. It was pretty fancy. Anyway, me and my buddy Matt, we were just hanging out by the side when people were dancing to some song, probably by some rap artist or something. It was kind of like a hip-hoppy thing, actually. Either way. We were hanging out there, you know, just doing our own thing, because we were kind of like the nerdy kids, in a sense that we always, like, played, like, stuff, and we watched Dragon Ball Z. That was awesome. Yeah. But, Christina was with her friend Alex. These were 2 girls, by the way. I'm not homosexual, no offense to those who are. I applaud thee for your choice in life. Anyway, so we were hanging out, and she comes over. She's like, "Hey, wanna dance?" I'm like, "All right, girl." And then we start dancing. Well, I was wearing an alien shirt while I was doing said dance, and we went over to the side of the cafeteria, and we started doing a dance. It was to a slower song, and we don't hold hands or touch at all. We just dance side by side, whatnot, at the corner of the cafeteria. And for some reason, I kept doing spins. I'm not sure why, but I just felt it was necessary to do spins and try to do a mating dance of some sort. I'm not sure. I was young and hormones were running wild. Anyway, so I accomplished said dance, and she walked away merrily, and nothing came of it. However, when I went home, I took the shirt that I wore, which was the alien shirt. I think it was like an alien in a spaceship, and there was like colorful things around it. I'm not sure. It's somewhere. I don't know what happened to it. But I put it in a box. I put it in a box of memories or something, because I thought, hey, this was like the coolest day of my life. I must remember this, and keep something for when I'm an old man to remember my first dance with a girl. So I put it in a box, and I put it away, and I think that box got thrown out or something. So my memory box is gone. Because it had an alien shirt. Oh, alien shirts. Anyway, so Those were my top 3 things I did as a child, which were rather odd, or disnormal. What were your top 3, 4, maybe only 1, maybe not any, things you did as a child that were weird?